morning and welcome to Instagram Live with me, Dr. Shweta Iyengar, talking about beauty and wellness, talking about fun and easy action steps to be even more beautiful, to increase the wellness quotient, to be even more healthy at a cellular level. So thank you very much for being here, and I'm so glad to see you all at the Instagram live. I will begin with saying Happy New Year. Hi Kushali, wonderful to see you here. And today there's a very special topic. So let me introduce what has changed about the Instagram lives in 2021. Yes, I love making small changes and using the power of new beginnings. So something new has begun, a new year has begun, and I am going to be using this new beginning as an inspiration to have Insta lives that cover how-tos. So in the initial Insta lives, it was more about knowledge sharing, it was more about understanding the philosophy. But in the Insta lives of 2021, we will have 4 every month, every Tuesday night, 9 to 9:30. Let us, you and me, come together and learn something new about the Insta live. And these Insta lives, each video will have a how to, because I know that saying what to do is absolutely important. Saying why it matters and why it is important is also important. But then when I also teach you exactly how to do it, that is how I can empower you to take those action steps and to make a difference in your life. And the intention is definitely to make a difference in your life, to help you show any kind of progress. Yes, making a huge difference is going to take a lot of commitment, many years. It is easy, but it's not all that, or rather it is simple, but it's not all that easy. It does take a lot of commitment, but I promise you that what I share with you at any level, probably in a one-to-one consultation, when you come down to the clinic, or through my videos on YouTube or on Insta Live, they will all help you make some kind of progress in the area of wellness and in the area of beauty. Here I would like to gently remind you that there are going to be 4 Insta Lives, all 4 teaching you something about face yoga. And if you do not want to miss a single Insta Live, I do not want you to miss it. So I would request you to join my YouTube channel. Go on YouTube and type out Dr. Shweta Iyengar or Skinsense, and you will get my YouTube channel. I will be recording these Insta Lives and also posting them on YouTube. So then it will be easy for you to not miss a single video on the Insta Live. So jumping right into the topic, because we have little time and there are a lot of concepts to understand. So before, at the end, in the last 10 minutes, I will be demonstrating 3 very powerful, 3 very simple exercises which will help you have a better neck, which will help you have a better jawline. So in this face yoga series, we are going to cover the neck and the jawline today. We will be covering the mid face on next Tuesday. Then we will be covering the area under the eyes, and we will also be covering the forehead and overall wellness, something for glow, which we will be doing in the 4th week. So this week is going to be teaching you 3 simple exercises which will help you age less in the neck area and have a better jawline. I'm sure it is something that is important to all of us. Those of us who are in our late 35s or 40s or even 50s, we have seen that some kind of aging changes are visible. And because we sometimes do take extra care of the face, though none of us are very disciplined, but on and off, most of us are doing something to take care of the face. But when it comes to taking care of the neck, somehow we are not paying too much attention to the neck, and a lot of people have aging signs around the neck. So I would like to begin exactly where it matters, neck and the lower jaw. If you're excited about this, please give me a thumbs up in the comments, because any kind of interaction is going to add to my energy, is going to add to my enthusiasm to share these powerful learnings with you. Thank you very much for being interested in the topic, wanting to be learners and showing up for this session. So before I start demonstrating the exercises, I would like to begin by helping you understand what exactly is this face yoga, because I think it's really important that you begin. Yes, it's a name that has got it's a very trending topic. In fact, when I put up a poster, a lot of people wanted to know, oh wow, what is this about? So let us understand what exactly is face yoga and why am I talking about it. So face yoga is a way in which we can empower, in which we can strengthen the muscles of the neck and the face. So we all know that we need to do some kind of a resistance training, some kind of an exercise, some kind of a yoga, some kind of a stretching, some kind of challenging activity is good, in the way that the muscles of the body do not become limp, the muscles of the body do not become weak. We are all aware of this. As we age, if we do not take proactive steps to ensure that the muscles of the body are kept in good health, the muscles of the body will become limp, they will lose their strength, they will even lose their form. So people who have regularly been doing some kind of exercise, people who've regularly been going to the gym, you can see that from their body, from the way they hold themselves, you can make out that they have maintained themselves. This is a concept in the body that we all understand. So when it comes to face yoga, you are using a similar principle. There are certain muscles on the face which we overuse, because all of us have different kind of expressions. Some of us smile too broad, some of us frown a lot, some of us hold the stress wala expression, some of us blink too much, some of us may be squinting the eyes too much. So there are multiple different expressions, that some expressions all of us use, and some expressions some of us use more than the others, some expressions some of us never use, and there are some muscles which are hardly ever being used. Also, we need to understand that there is an element of gravity which we are constantly battling with. Even when we sleep, we are squishing some muscles and a lot of other things are happening. So all this put together, some of our muscles of the face and the neck are getting overused, but the more important thing is some of the muscles of the face and the neck are getting underused. So what happens when a muscle is underused? When a muscle is underused, the muscle loses its strength, the muscle even loses it atrophies. In the medical language, it's called as atrophies, which means it becomes smaller in size. Similar to when we go to a gym and we work out a muscle, the muscle becomes larger in size, or if we are not doing that kind of an intense exercise, the muscle maintains its size. But then if you are not using a muscle at all, the muscle will become smaller in size. The way if you put your hand in a plaster because you have a fracture or something like that, and you're not using that muscle at all, if this plaster has stayed for several months, you will see that when the plaster is removed, the muscle has become smaller in size. So by now you and me are on the same page. I am oversimplifying all of this because I think it's going to help you a great deal to understand exactly what you're doing, so that you know exactly what to expect, and also you know that this is like going to a gym. So if somebody tells you that within 3 weeks of face yoga or within 3 days of face yoga you will be able to see a difference, or within 1 day of face yoga you will be able to see a difference, I think this logic will help you understand what exactly face yoga is and how long you will take to see a difference, what are the mechanics, what is the physiology of face yoga, how exactly it is helping you. Also, face yoga is just a name that certain people, like certain names become a trending name, they're very attractive, they're very catchy names, but actually it involves two principles, and one of these principles is increasing the lymphatic drainage. So we do talk about circulation, we do talk about oxygenation, but we do not talk enough about lymphatic drainage. So there are lymph nodes, which means lymphatic drainage is one kind of removing the lymph fluid or the toxins fluid or the unwanted fluid, so that there is a circulation enhancement. So lymphatic drainage is one thing that is really going to rejuvenate you. That is the reason when you go for regular massages, there are several health benefits. So all kind of massages, whether it's a facial or it's a body massage, one of the things it stimulates is lymphatic drainage. So this face yoga, one of the reasons we doing face yoga is we are being proactive in increasing the lymphatic drainage to the cells. In fact, the face and the neck have a lot of lymph nodes, and by stimulating these lymph nodes, you can get a lot of benefits. Does this make sense and is this exciting? It's very, very simple. It's very, very important. It is definitely effective. Yes, it does not replace skin tightening at all. Skin tightening is working on the collagen elastin of the skin. This is working on the muscles of the face and the neck. They are two different concepts altogether, but when both these concepts are used in tandem, when both these concepts are got together, you will see terrific results. You will be very, very happy with the results you get. And of course, any kind of exercise regime, any kind of stimulation to the muscles, any kind of lymphatic drainage is going to add benefit. I'm sorry, I would want to recorrect myself, recorrect what I just said. I wouldn't want to say that any kind of. Of course, when you are working on certain muscles, when you are exercising certain muscles, I think the more you do it with the awareness, the more you do it right, that is when you're going to get the best results. If you do not do it correctly, or if you are over exercising a wrong muscle, you could even go wrong. So since there is so much hype around this face yoga, me as a doctor who understands the anatomy means who understands how the muscles are placed, how these muscles work, I thought that it is my responsibility to share knowledge about face yoga so that people have a right place, a right direction to go. Also, people understand what to expect with this face yoga, not going to tighten your skin, but going to tighten your muscles. And if you're going to tighten your muscles, if you're going to strengthen your muscles, you are definitely going to get a more sculpted face, a better featured face. So if you invest on whatever it takes to tighten your skin, to keep the collagen elastin of your skin intact, and side by side you also work on strengthening the right muscles and keeping the muscle tone intact, you can get like an incredibly beautiful face shape. Rather, you will be able to be the best version of yourself at any age, because all of you who are listening to me have incredibly beautiful faces, have incredibly beautiful bodies. Each one of us is unique, and because each one of us is unique, each one of us becomes special. If we all aspire to be the same, I don't think life would be as interesting as it is. So it is not trying to create something that does not belong to you. It is just wanting to be the best version of yourself, or rather taking the responsibility to be the best version of yourself. And as we take the responsibility to be the best version of ourselves, my mission is to make it fun and easy for you, to not make it overwhelming for you, to simplify the steps for you and give it to you, so that not just the outcome is delightful, the process is also delightful. And at the same time, there is one more commitment which I have surrendered to, that everything that I share in my communication is going to be built on the principle of awesome inside out, which means that it has holistic benefits in addition to having benefits on the specific area. So jumping right into the face yoga today, neck and jawline, I am going to be talking about 3 exercises, and I promise you that all these 3 exercises definitely do work, but it takes a long time. You will have to do these exercises regularly, if possible every single day, if not possible 3 times a week. I think you will have to have a checklist, and you will have to perform these exercises for a minimum of 30 to 45 days with several repetitions to be able to see remarkable results. But then, since I have broken it down into bite-sized pieces and help you understand what exactly it does, it's a no-brainer. It's going to work for everybody. If you're committed to doing it, you will start seeing some kind of results in 30 to 45 times of doing it. But the more you do it, like the more you're working out at the gym, after 2 or 3 years of working out at the gym, then you know that what kind of transformation is really possible. The same thing happens with skincare too. The same thing happens with vitamins, with retinols. You need to be committed to the process. You need to be committed to the skincare therapies for a period of 100 days to see some kind of results. But the transformational results which we've created, where almost every cell has got a new leash of energy, sometimes even takes up to 3 years. So yes, don't be in a hurry to see the transformational results. It does take time, but the good part is progress is visible in as little as 30 to 45 days, and that should be a motivation for you to stay connected to what you have decided to start. So before we start the face yoga, we were speaking about the lymphatic drainage. So a simple way to stimulate the lymphatic drainage is to tap the face. So every day, as soon as you wake up, you can start with just tapping the face. Tapping the face is going to have the lymph nodes open up, the drainage of the excess water, especially the puffiness around the eyes and the other things. So this tapping procedure done every single day is going to help you. So if you do not want to start with too many things, I would want you to wake up and make some time. I mean, it is not necessary that you have to do it early in the morning when you wake up, but sometimes when you do something that is not a habit in your life, first thing when you wake up, the chances of it getting done, the chances of you remembering and doing it are much higher, because if you keep it for some time later during the day, you might forget it. But then finally it's your choice. If you have a favorite time where you're watching TV or something like that, you can do it too. So gentle tapping, not very hard. Make sure that all the lymph nodes, so towards the ends there are lymph nodes, make sure that the lymph nodes are well stimulated. When you start tapping on the lymph nodes, you will kind of feel the lymph nodes maybe a little tender, or you may feel the lymph nodes, but if you're not able to feel them, don't worry at all. Tap all over, use the tips of the fingers and tap for something what seems like a 5 to 7 minutes. Tapping close to the eyes is very, very important. For those people who feel scared or who use too much of pressure, the ring finger can be a good finger to tap around the eyes, because the pressure of this finger is a lot more than the pressure of the ring finger. So when you start tapping with the ring finger, you can be able to get better results. Tapping on the upper side of the eyelid is also very important. A lot of people have droopiness in the upper side of the eyelid. This can be helpful for them. Now, tapping of the neck is important. A good way to tap the neck is using the back of the hand. So a lot of people have a lot of double chin problems and a lot of water retention. So double chin also happens because of fat. Double chin is also a factor of loose skin. Many times people have lost weight, but the skin around the chin has become a little loose, and because of which you are accumulating water in the area around the skin. So this kind of a tapping with the back of the hand in the double chin area, done regularly for 3 to 5 minutes, is going to give you lymphatic drainage in the double chin area, and regular lymphatic drainage will definitely, the water retention in the chin area will become lesser. So lymphatic drainage is like saying, when you have swelling in the feet, have you noticed that you put the feet on the pillow, and when you put the feet on the pillow, slowly and steadily you realize that the drainage is happening, and or somebody massages your fingers or massages your feet, you see that the swelling goes down. So this kind of swelling also regularly by tapping like this can go down. So this is like a warm up. So like every exercise has a warm up, this warm up is for face. This warm up is a warm up for face yoga, for stimulating your face, for ensuring that the lymphatic drainage of your face happens. Hi Sham, hi Sumit, nice to see you here. So now we're going to use something to do these face exercises, and what we use is readily available in all your kitchen. We are going to use a prop, because using a prop to do any kind of exercise is going to make it more interesting. So the prop we are going to use today is a spoon. So I would want all of you to get a spoon to do these exercises. These exercises are for the neck and for the mouth area. For the mouth area, in fact, they are for the jawline and the neck. So get a spoon, and the spoon you get, make sure that it doesn't have much sharp edges. Also make sure that it's a slightly heavy spoon. But some spoons in your house maybe very light, but if you can get a slight heavy spoon, that will be nice, because you know that even when you exercise, the little resistance that you create is going to increase the results of the exercise. So this is going to create a little resistance, and because of the resistance created, you are going to be able to challenge those muscles a little more, build those muscles a little more, build that muscle strength a little more. Does that make sense? So far, if you're enjoying it and if you think it's really useful, write useful in the comments so that I understand that yes, you are seeing value in what I'm saying, and what I have thought that will add a lot of benefit to you is actually adding that benefit to you. So it's really nice to have you here, and it's really nice that you guys and girls are interested in taking proactive steps towards wellness and beauty, not going for those chemical bleaches or other things and feeling that you will walk into a salon and everything will be taken care of. Yes, a lot of things can be taken care of by somebody else, but you cannot hire somebody to do your push-ups for you. So I need you to understand that yes, any doctor, any salon owner, any kind of person who's adding value to you can only be your beauty partner. So I love a quote that says that you can have all the money in the world. Of course, the quote doesn't say that, but the quote says that you can't hire anybody to do your push-ups for you. So this is something that you will have to do yourself, getting back. So we spoke about getting that spoon, and then you put a small bit of the spoon and hold it with your lips. So not using my teeth to hold the spoon, I'm using just my lips. So I'm putting my lips on top of my teeth. Something like this. So that's the moment. And here I put in the spoon. So this is the moment you have to hold the spoon, not with the teeth, with the lips. The spoon has to be slightly on the heavier side, and the spoon, take care that it's not very sharp on this side, and at the same time keep it this way. This is not the way to keep the spoon. The concave area of the spoon goes downwards. So I hope that this demonstration is very easy. You kind of got what I was doing. There is not too much technique in this. Just do not bite it with your tongue and make sure you move it. You hold it like this and move it. The muscle where you're going to feel the tension when you do it is this muscle. This muscle gets strengthened. So as you age, you realize that this muscle kind of becomes a little loose, and then there is a chubbiness around the mouth. You realize that this sharp area that people have, they start losing it. It is called as jowls in the medical language. So to reduce these jowls, once you start doing this muscle slowly and steadily gets strengthened, and the more this muscle gets strengthened, it will start holding you up like this. So you can look in the mirror. If your muscle is holding you up like this, you will look a lot nicer. So working on that muscle, we need to do it minimum of 30 times. So you can do 30 times in one go. You can count 30 times up and down, and you need to do 3 to 5 repetitions of this 30 times. You can start with whatever level feels a little more than comfortable to you. We all know that in exercise, suppose the last 3 repetitions, which are most difficult to do, are the repetitions which are giving you maximum results. So if you can do 10 sit-ups comfortably and you end up doing 5 more, it is the 5 more which is actually challenging your muscle, and what challenges your muscle is what is producing results. Similarly, you can start with whatever number feels a little bit of a challenge to you. Of course, don't get carried away and do too many repetitions, because then the next day you will feel unmotivated to do it, and that is something which I do not want. So do what is a little outside your comfort zone. Yes, it is a little challenging, but it is not overwhelming. Choose a number, something like that. So I think 30 repetitions, which if done 3 times or 5 times, is going to make the difference. Yes, you will have to do it over a period of time to see the difference, but write to me once you start seeing the difference. Is this easy to do? Easy in the sense that you can do it at the comfort of your home just with a spoon. I have explained the steps to you. You can do it even when you're listening to music, an audiobook or TV or anything of that sort. Now coming to exercise number 2. This exercise is also for this area only, using the same spoon. So put the spoon. We know this, we're not using our teeth, we're only using our lips. The way the lips go on the teeth, and then you use this too. After you do this, I want you to smile. Of course, this exercise can be done even without a spoon, but you would agree, when you have something to hold on to, when you have a spoon as a prop, you will find it a lot more easy to do. You will be able to hold the position a lot more. So I will show you once again. This is how the spoon goes. You put it in your lips and you smile with it. Again, in the first time you saw this muscle being more activated. Here you will see this entire length of the muscle. You will feel the stretch in the muscles. When you feel the stretch in the muscles, you know that you are kind of challenging the muscles. You are kind of telling the muscle to wake up, and that muscle is what is participating in this facial movement that you're making. Think about this, how rarely we use this muscle. So since we're talking all the time, we're smiling all the time, we may be using a lot of muscles. I will not get into the technical names of the muscles, because the intention of this is not to get into the technicalities, show you how much I have knowledge, or to overwhelm you. It is to give you simple right action steps. So this muscle, most of you would agree that this is a muscle that we're not using regularly, and this is a way to use it. So we will be counting 30. So 30 such counts and 5 such repetition of 30 such counts, either every day or every alternate day for 30 days, and you will see a firmer jawline, because this is extremely logical, because this muscle, which with age, with gravity, has got a little limp, will regain its strength, and when it regains its strength, it is definitely going to change the way it holds this portion, and the better it holds this portion, the better sculpt you get here. All good so far? Are you enjoying this so far? Now I'm left with teaching you one last exercise for the neck. So every week I am going to be talking about 3 exercises. So today's exercise was for neck and jawline. The next week's exercise, which will be on Tuesday 9 to 9:30, we will go back, understand a little more about face yoga. If you have any questions, you can write to me. Of course, I am there to help you. Writing to me on Messenger is okay, but if you write to me on my mail ID, I think that's a more professional and a more responsible communication. So my mail ID is on my website, www.skinsense.co.in, or you can connect with me on Messenger and I will tell you what is a good way to get in touch with you. Now coming to the last exercise of the day, which is more targeted to the neck. And most of these exercises will be similar. You just have to know 2-3 things that you need to do. and one or two things that you should not be doing. Like I told you, what you should not be doing is you should not be using your teeth, or you should not be using a very light spoon, or you should not be expecting results in 3 to 4 days. It's called as face yoga. Of course, it has no real connection to yoga that way, but somewhere the logic is exercising your muscles, stimulating your muscles. And like exercising your muscles and stimulating your muscles is a time consuming, rewarding activity. Yes, it is. You get lasting rewards and you get rewards the right way, but then it's a time consuming activity. So then I would want you to commit to this. Do not start something and do not take it forward. If you feel lazy to do something, just ask yourself, why did you start? You started because that was important to you, and if that is important to you, then you need to prioritize it. You need to give it attention, you need to give it energy, you need to give it time. So coming to the neck exercise. In the neck exercise, we again, so all today's exercises are about taking the lip inside and covering your teeth with your lips. Okay, after we've done this, you look up. You don't have to use your fingers. I am using my fingers just to show you that this is the muscle where you will feel the stretch. Arch your head as back as you can go comfortably. Arch your head on the back side. Put your lips together on the teeth. You do it right and you will know that the right muscles are moving. Like the initial two, one you will feel this muscle, one you will feel this entire muscle, and here you will feel this muscle getting exercised. Similarly, there are 3 variants to this, and all the 3 variants are helpful. The next way to do it is look this way. This remains the same. So 30 counts on this side. You can move this side. Look slightly up. Put your lips together. If you can look closely. It's quite tiring. You feel the burn. You want to just say that enough. Is it 30 yet? That's the kind exercise feels. So when you arch it right, when you hold it right, and when you start, more the repetitions, more you're challenging the muscles. Of course, in certain areas we use a lot of weights, but here it is insensible to use a lot of weights. What we need to focus on is repetitions. The more the repetitions, the more right the form, the better the results, and consistency is very, very important. Of course, along with this, having oral collagen peptides, having antioxidants, having green leafy vegetables, and a lot of other things make a lot of sense. So there is no one magic wand. Had that been one magic wand, we wouldn't have so much of knowledge, so much of conversations, so many things happening. Everybody would be using that one single magic wand. So coming together using a holistic thing is what is going to help you. So here ends our 30 minutes, and these 30 minutes have shared 3 very, very simple ideas that are going to make sure that whatever age you are at, you are taking responsibility of taking care of your neck and your lower jaw, so that you can be the best version of yourself at any age. See you again on next Tuesday 9 p.m. Tuesday 9 p.m. on Instagram, continuing face yoga, where we will be talking about the mid face and what needs to do to make sure that you have these high cheekbones. What do you do to reduce these laugh lines? What do you make sure to reduce that the angles of the mouth don't start drooping down? These are common changes that people in their 35, 40, 45 start saying to some extent, and we are going to talk about it. I'm so glad, Rima, that you're here. It's always a delight to talk to you, and I really love your feedback. You're so honest with your feedback, whether it is good or bad. When you give a good feedback, yes, it inspires us to do better. And when you give a not so good feedback, that is equally important too. So because it is really like a blessing to have such a genuine friend like you, who always makes sure that she thinks in a larger interest and gives a very, very candid feedback. So thank you very much for saying that this was helpful to you, and I am definitely going to complete the whole face simple exercises. We will be left with a dozen full of exercises, because if we say 3 for each part, we will be left with 12 exercises. We do not want to overwhelm ourselves, but we want to get into action, and we want to continue that action, not just to produce results, but we want to continue that action till it produces results. Any action that you undertake, keep going back, keep reviewing if you're seeing progress, and even if you're seeing a little progress, I want you to continue that action till it shows result. And I promise you that with a proper review system and progress, it will show results. So thank you very much. I am also starting a Facebook Live every Thursday, and I will be announcing the topic of the Facebook Live series. I hope you are following me on Facebook too. Keep posted to know about the new updates. I have a lot in store for all of you in the new year. Happy New Year to you and your family once again. Thank you very much.